I work as a teacher's aide at a class for children with special needs. One student, Evan, who is 11, he lacks empathy, or he doesn't seem to not have even a shred of empathy. That Evan would consider other people's feelings irrelevant. So on the first day of school, Evan overhears my telling another aide about my not living in Warwick. Warwick is a ramshackle settlement in the boondocks. I live in Warwick. Warwick is a vibrant community in the upscale suburbs. Minutes after I have clarified, Evan says, "Mr. Body, you live in Warwick." I correct him. The next morning, Evan says, "Mr. Body, you live in Warwick." I tell him, "Evan, you're associating me with that place, and that is unfair to me and makes me unhappy." The next morning, Evan, the next morning, and every morning for 3 weeks, Evan tells me that I live in Warwick. Finally, I retaliate. Evan suffers from a rare psychological condition in which he can't tolerate praise. Once a substitute teacher complimented his new sneakers. Evan wound up in the nurse's office. So I tell Evan, "Nice haircut." Evan stops telling me that I live in Warwick 5 months later. In October, I go to open the door to the single occupant restroom that is attached to our classroom. Evan slips past me and says, "Excuse me, Mr. Body, but I need to use the restroom as well." When Evan emerges from the restroom, I said, "Evan, this time it was almost okay, but what would have happened if I had an urgency to use the restroom?" He says, "Well, in that case, you would have moved faster." To motivate Evan in mathematics, I award him $1,000 for every problem that he solves. By April, he has accumulated $1.7 million. And this is pretend money. I asked Evan if he could give me $1.50 so I could buy a make-believe soda. And Evan says, "Oh no, Mr. Body, I earned my money. You have to earn yours." So I tell him, "Evan, my teaching you enabled you to make this money. Plus, I have $0 and you have $1.7 million. He begrudgingly says, "Oh, okay," and he pushes 6 pretend quarters to my side of the desk. I'm still reeling at the magnitude of his greed when he says, "So when are you going to pay me back?" 2 weeks ago, Evan shows his true colors. He asks how old I am. I'm 71. He says, wow, that is old. You're going to die. I'm stupefied. And then he says, is your father dead? Yes, Dad passed away. Is your mother dead? Yes, Mom passed away also. And he says, then it's okay, because you'll get to be with your parents in heaven. His true colors.